Hello and welcome to another Amazon Flex Tuesday. We're here with episode 4. Let's go. Hello one and all, and welcome to another video from Leftover Venison. That's myself. We're here talking about Amazon Flex related news and things. We do this every Tuesday on this channel now. So it's Tuesday the 23rd of November. What is new in Amazon Flex world? Well, it's still really dead on my app. There's not much work on there. And I haven't had time to do much work anyway, because I know I keep harping on about this, but in my other business, it's like the busy period here for us at the moment. So I haven't really got time to do much Amazon Flex, and I certainly haven't got time to be sitting swiping that app again and again for hours on end. I've got better stuff to do. How is things in your neck of the woods? Are you getting work? Is there much on? I hope so. But today, anyway, I didn't really want to talk about doing an Amazon Flex block as such. What I wanted to discuss was 3-door vehicles. So, as you'll know, if you do Amazon Flex on a regular basis, Amazon Flex's official terms state that you should have a 5-door vehicle, so like 4 doors in your boot, at least. But more and more I'm seeing people turning up at our depots, especially at the Sunderland depot here in our region, where they're turning up with 3-door vehicles, so like small cars. The other day there was someone there, a lady there in an Igo, a Toyota Igo, which is a tiny little car. But anyway, so generally I don't really care usually, because it's none of my business. But sometimes the yard people turn those 3-door cars away. Sometimes they don't. And let's just say I was there last week, right? And the woman who turned up in her Toyota Igo was parked up just in front of me. So I don't know I'm assuming if you're watching this, you do Amazon Flex, but if not, you kind of line up in rows, and the guys from the warehouse bring out the trolleys, and you scan your gear in and you load it up into your car. But this woman in front of me was like, "Oh, I can't take this. This is too big a route," and blah, blah, blah. And instead of the bloke, the warehouse guy, telling her to shut her hole or send her on her way, he was like, "Oh, I'll get you another cage." And I was just thinking, why should this person who's turned up in a smaller car end up with a smaller round? Because then he brought her out a crate which had, maybe, I don't know, like the original one was pretty bulky, to be fair, but it would have fit in a normal sized car. But in a Toyota Igo, especially a 3-door Igo, no chance of that stuff fitting in there. But anyway, so he brought her out another cage. I don't know, maybe he had 20 packages on, and there were smaller packages, nothing large. So he must have obviously rummaged through there trying to find her a smaller round, basically. So she got a smaller round, which in my eyes is wrong. When I'm thinking, well, what if I'd rocked up in a smaller car? Why did I have to have like 50 things to deliver? If I could have come in a smaller car, maybe he would only give us 20. But then I wouldn't be able to flutter my eyelids at him. But anyway, so this guy, it annoys me a little bit. I mean, not to the point where I would say anything, because it's not really my business what these people are doing. But it is annoying when people rock up in a 3-door, I think. We did discuss this in the comments on one of my previous videos, where somebody said that their depot in Liverpool, Knowlesley or something, they were turning away all people who turned up in 3-door vehicles. And I think maybe that's the way Amazon should go with this. Officially, they should be turning people away, because it's not fair. Why should I have to load my car up full of 50 packages for a 3-hour route, for example, and the person in front of me with a 3-door gets away with only doing 20 drops? It's bollocks, really. What's your opinion on this? Do people turn up at your depots with 3 doors? Yeah, I say nearly every time I go to, especially to a logistics one, it seems to be, I always turn up there, and there's always seems to be people there with 3-door cars, but nobody at our depots seems to really give a toss. I mean, if you are someone who delivers in the northeast, is this a constant thing? Do you always find that 3-door cars are let through, and that they let 3-door cars out of the depots, like loaded up with less items than you would have in your 5-door, for example? Like, I've got an estate car that I take for mine, so I think they kind of look at it and go, "Ooh, he's got quite a big car, let's bring out a freaking massive crate." Well, that's what it feels like sometimes anyway. I've no idea if that actually happens, but if it is, it's pretty annoying. And on the whole, I would say the whole 3-door car thing is annoying, and I think that people who are doing Flex should have a 5-door car, like it says on the Flex thing. in terms of other comments on videos, it's been a relatively quiet week in terms of views and stuff, but we have now passed 420 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. And like, if I'm honest, I never thought anybody would really come and watch this stuff, and I'm pleased that people do, and I do appreciate everybody who takes the time to stop by, to subscribe, to comment, and to like the videos. So if you do like these videos, like them, comment, and subscribe, and come back and watch some more. I do try to get some regular content out, even if it's something like today where there's not really much going on, but I will get back to doing some actual Amazon Flex work really soon. It's really, like, my other job is mega busy and I don't really have that much time spare at the moment. Definitely not got time to sit swiping if there's no work on the app. Obviously, if an offer came up when I was on, if it was at a time I could do it, I would go and do it. But back to this whole 3-door thing. What's your thoughts on that? Should 3-door vehicles be allowed? I mean, I suppose some 3-door cars are actually pretty big. I've seen a 3-door, was it a Polo, maybe? Something like that. Maybe it's a Golf. And that was actually pretty big inside. And I was surprised at the size of it and the size of the boot. But some of the smaller vehicles, like, I don't know, like a Citroen C1, a Toyota Aygo 3-door, they should definitely not be allowed. It's absolute lunacy. You can't fit anything. Even a 5-door Aygo really shouldn't be allowed. You can't fit anything in them. Hyundai i10, you know, those kind of things. Those kind of little cars. I find it insane that people are doing deliveries in them. But, well, I mean, fair play to you if you are. I mean, it's fine, earn yourself a bit of money on Amazon's back. But I do feel it's a little unfair on other drivers if you're there turning away a crate because you can't fit the stuff in your tiny little car. But, like I say, I've got nothing like personal against them or anything for doing that. It's just, it's a little annoying. It's strange that Amazon doesn't enforce this if they should be. Or maybe they're just desperate for people to do the jobs, but then looking at the lack of work on my app, for example, I don't know, maybe there's nothing much going on. Maybe they've got too many drivers. What's happening? What's going down? And yeah, and back to another comment that was left on one of my videos about working full time for a DSP. We were discussing that the other week. So if you're interested in that, I'll link that video up here. And you can check that out because we were talking about what it would be like to work full time. Somebody commented saying it would be like modern day slavery. And I think, well, it's probably not far off it, to be honest. If you're relying on that and you're beholden to a DSP forcing you to work here and there, you know, either claiming that you're self-employed, you're not self-employed at all. It's like you'll get your schedule. You're working Monday to Saturday this week. You're starting at 9:30 and you're finishing at, I don't know, whatever time, 7, 8 o'clock p.m. That is not being self-employed. That is being exploited by scumbags, basically. I mean, I do feel bad for people who need a job like this because it does. I mean, it pays okay for what it is. It does pay okay on paper anyway. I have no idea what the off-takings are, but in that previous video we looked at a job ad and stuff like that. You know, I thought it was quite an interesting video. It's got some decent viewer numbers for my channel. Obviously nothing in terms of YouTube in general, but like for my channel it got some decent views. So yeah, that was it was an interesting video. And somebody saying modern day slavery, well, it kind of is, because like you're beholden to it. And actually, when I've looked into it a bit more, like you get fined if you don't turn up for a shift, if you're sick or something and you haven't covered that shift. Maybe I need to do another video on this whole DSP thing because like I haven't done a little bit more look into it. It's absolutely crazy. I think that this is how some people have to live, and that these DSPs are exploiting them, and Amazon in turn. It's pretty shocking, really, that we're living in sort of 21st century, you know, Western Europe, Britain, and people are being exploited like this and forced into work where you have no benefits at all, no sick pay, no time off, no holidays, nothing paid for. If you want to take time off, oh, it's fine, you have time off, but you need to find a driver to cover this shift. Like, how is that being self-employed? It's just, it puts all the onus on the driver, nothing on the company who's employing them, basically, but not paying them as an employed employee. It's disgraceful. And personally, I feel like the government here should actually do something about this to stamp down on these DSP people who are quite clearly exploiting people, in my view. Obviously, like I say, if you work for a DSP and you're happy as Larry, drop it in the comments, let me know I'm wrong. I'm happy to be told I'm wrong, to be proven wrong on this, because it might be the best thing in the world, but from what I've been reading, it seems like an absolute shambles, a disgrace. So yeah, so this was just another quick video, a little ramble on about Amazon Flex and Amazon sort of stuff. One last little thing, somebody asked me how I make these videos. Well, I make them with the camera on my phone and a microphone here. Like everybody else, it's I've got a little light ring set up, My phone's in the middle of it, and I've got a microphone in front of me, which picks up my voice. But that's new, actually. I've only been using that for the last sort of, I don't know, 4 or 5 videos. It's all a learning curve to me still. I'm still learning how to do videos. But how do I make videos? Like everyone else, with like my phone, or obviously some people use a camera, but I haven't got a camera on it. For the amount of videos I make, I don't think I need to invest in a camera. I've got a little microphone. I've got like an arm thing that it sits on, so it sits out of view. I hope. It's difficult for us to see. I wouldn't see it until I start editing the video. But that's how I make the videos. It's a doddle. Obviously, I enjoy making video content, which is why I do this. I don't make money off this or anything like that at all. It's just for my own amusement, really. I enjoy editing the videos together and putting them together. It's just a little hobby I've developed since lockdown started back in March 2020. So yeah, as always, thanks very much for watching. Thanks for taking the time to like, comment, and subscribe, which I hope you're doing right now. And I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. See you later.